I think with our defense, we're not really set on, really reading what the quarterback is doing, and as it pertains to trying to figure out something that, is not already known. So we prepare to stop a specific play, or we prepare to stop the specific offense, and that's what we're really set on. You have certain things pre-snap that you look for in terms of, the snap count and in terms of motion, certain motions and things like that. But it's overall the offense, not necessarily something that, he does specifically.
You guys did such a nice job last time. What needs to be tightened up?
Well, I mean, we didn't get the win. So, anything we can do that could, push us forward to get success, whether it's scoring, whether it's on our defense. I know we had a lot of interceptions, but we didn't score any. So, that's something that we're focusing on. Focusing on some tracking as well in terms of tackling, in terms of, filling the gaps to which we may have had a breakout play on the last ones as far as plastering, because the quarterback, he loves to extend plays, so making sure that we stay on our guys, and that's something that we're keying in on.
Ryan, I know ever since you've been drafted, so much has been said about how you match up with Lamar and how that could be such an intriguing matchup, and then you come out and have kind of the career game up until this point last time out. I guess from reflecting and watching film and studying what you were doing, what allowed you to be so successful in that first matchup?
Well, it's just doing what the coaches asked me to do. The outside stuff is more of buzz, but I just focus on what Coach Woods, says my assignment is, and that's something that I try to fulfill to the best of my ability. And there's more work to be done, but we're working towards perfection as always.
And then some of the other defensive guys we've talked to since that game talked about when you're going against Lamar, and you really have to play until the play is over because he can make a crazy play like he did on that touchdown and Mark Andrews. I guess just talk about that aspect of facing him and how he keeps you guys on your toes in the defense for the entire play.
Yeah, well, like I said earlier, a big focus this week is making sure that we plaster, making sure that we stay on our guys, not, getting too much our eyes on the quarterback, more so our eyes on our man, so that those plays don't occur, so that those touchdowns don't occur. So that's something that we're trying to fix.
Was there did he say anything to you during the game? Or I'm just curious.
It was one play where, I kind of like stood over him a little bit. It was almost like a teabag a little bit. He was like, come on, 28, like, you better than that, kind of like joking. But, I'm just trying to get up and just have my hands up. So, other than that, some post-game action with the coaches and just all the players, really. So.
I'm sure he lived up to the hype as far as, but is there anything that he did that you were like, he's faster than I thought, or anything like that?
Well, he's a great athlete. He's a great competitor. He didn't quit. I mean, I've never seen a quarterback, throw as many interceptions and still keep going and still playing to the best of their ability. So I'll applaud him on that.
What was the most snaps you had all year long?
Was it? Okay.
Was that a turning point game for you, do you think, in your rookie season?
Turning point, I wouldn't necessarily call it a turning point. I don't really, count snaps. I don't really, focus on how many snaps. I just play, and I focus on, what the coaches ask me to focus on. And, as long as I do that, I think I'll be just fine.
Did it feel like you had a bigger workload at the end of the day?
Well, man, I work on stamina, so hopefully, no, I feel good. I feel healthy. Still working through some ankle stuff, but other than that, I felt like it was a normal game.
I guess knowing Lamar's reputation going into that game, and you still being a rookie and learning the NFL and things like that, having the game like you did last time out, does that give you a confidence boost or anything?
I've always had confidence. I think it more so gives those on the outside a confidence booster in me. And as far as my mindset stays the same and stays consistent and persistent. But nevertheless, it was a good game, and putting it in the past, of course, and making sure that we execute on this one.
Did you get a feeling though that this is the kind of the role you were built for?
I think I'm fit for any role again that I'm put in. All praises be to the Almighty for my athletic abilities and for my abilities as far as my mental state. But wherever I'm put, I try to do that to the best of my ability again. So.
Were you an offensive player at any time in your career?
Oh yeah.
Until
High school, yeah. High school.
Where'd you play?
I played wide receiver. I played some wildcat quarterbacks, some running back, stuff like that.
So you had a little Lamar in your...
Yeah, I got a little, I got a little Lamar in me. No, I'm messing with you.
What was your best wildcat play?
I was a sweep guy. I would catch the ball, run to the edge, stiff arm, stiff arm, stiff arm, get it vertical. So that was about it. But no, yeah.
Does that help you though as a defender to kind of know maybe what guys are thinking on that side of the ball
Yeah.
when they get it?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, part of our defensive playbook is an offensive identification, and you know those things tell their terms, tell what they're looking for, certain personnels and things like that. So that's important to know, especially as a linebacker for sure. So.
You gotta excuse me here, but I'm a big Marcus Freeman fan.
Oh.
You were like leading the charge.
Yeah.
What about him?
Yeah.
You know, were you so?
Well, as everybody would say, he's a player's coach. He's a guy that definitely understands and identifies the player and almost molds and cultivates himself to match what that player needs. And that's just what every coach, is aiming to do. But he does it, pretty well. So that's something that I had experienced even not playing there. Even still experience, when I go back, I'll, kick it with him and, may play some spades or something. He's a really cool guy, so he'll do well there.
Were you kind of surprised though they gave it to him considering his age?
Oh, no. We always say that time is not a measurement of wisdom or maturity. And that's, definitely his age doesn't, it reflects that. He's a great guy. So,
You guys played a conference schedule the 1 year that you were there.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to see ND join a conference?
I mean, I feel like we're just fine where we're at, I feel like we've been doing just good, I had 2 undefeated seasons in terms of regular season, so, if we can keep that going, whatever we do, it'll be well.